News broke last night. Kyle McCord will not be pursuing. This is crucial. Kyle McCord's not pursuing. Not Nebraska's not pursuing. Kyle McCord is no longer pursuing Nebraska when it comes to where he might end up landing next. So if you're a Nebraska fan, I think you feel probably two different ways. The first feeling you have is, dang, that was our proven commodity. That would have been the immediate upgrade. So much smoke around Kyle McCord, not being the guy at Ohio State because he was a game manager. It's like, no. If we have a game manager a season ago, if we're Nebraska, maybe we punch our ticket to Indianapolis. 24 touchdowns, 6 picks. That was substantially better than anything Nebraska had at quarterback a season ago. So I think the fit would have been there because it would have required a different amount of performance, different amount of production than what was required at Ohio State to be successful at Nebraska. So the first thought is gut punch. We would have liked to have him on our roster. And then you probably went to bed, woke up this morning, thought about it some more, and you said, okay, well, if Kyle McCord's not coming, what does that mean for what our staff is saying to people about Dylan Raiola? Now, again, I don't know this to be true, but this is kind of the way it feels to me. I think Kyle McCord wants to go somewhere where he's going to be the guy. And that's not saying Kyle McCord's running from competition. The dude stuck it out and won the job at Ohio State. Dude's a competitor. I think he wants to go somewhere where he's just going to be able to know that he's going to be built around, that he's trusted, and that he's the guy from day one. That's the way that it feels to me. Also, you have to believe if Dylan Raiola does flip and goes to Nebraska, it's kind of the same song, second verse of what you were living in if you were at Ohio State. If you don't perform well early at Nebraska, there'll be this guy breathing down your neck and saying, well, this 5-star, he's so good. Maybe he needs to play. Maybe he's the right guy. Like there will be all this juice behind you, all this noise that you probably don't really want to deal with. Again, that's my assessment. I don't know that to be true about Kyle McCord. So I think the thing I would think today, if I'm a Nebraska fan, is all right. Well, if we weren't off on Kyle McCord, if we weren't saying, hey, Kyle, thanks, but no thanks, and we're just having a transparent conversation, I'm reading the way that things look right here, where there's smoke, there's fire. I think it just adds more fuel to the fire for the Dylan Raiola train. Now, I would say this too if you're a Nebraska fan. To me, if Kyle McCord sticks with this whole thing and he doesn't end up going to Nebraska, which is, again, what he's saying he's going to do right now, and you land Dylan Raiola, to me, that's you saying, all right, Dylan Raiola, for better or for worse. And it's easy to say for better or for worse when you're at the altar and everybody's happy. It's good vibes. You're at the wedding. It's like, yes, till death do us part. It's a lot harder when you're out there in week 8 and it's cold and Dylan Raiola is still going through some freshman growing pains and you're like, oh boy, what did we do? Because to me, I think Dylan Raiola, if he goes to Nebraska, I have a hard time believing he's not the guy as a true freshman. Because you know what you have on that roster, right? Chubba Purdy did some really good things. Are you playing him over Dylan Raiola? I'm just asking. Heinrich Haarberg had the best touchdown-interception ratio last season, 7-7. Is he giving you a better chance to win than Dylan Raiola? I'm just saying, I think that mystique and allure of landing a 5-star quarterback and what he could mean for your team long-term is exciting, but I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. Dylan Raiola is still a true freshman. Dylan Raiola still has not played a down of college football. So if he does flip from Georgia to Nebraska, I think you are kind of locking yourself into, all right, this is our guy. Till death do us part, better or worse, touchdown, interception, like we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. So keep an eye on that situation. Again, he's visiting this upcoming weekend and expect there to be a ton of noise around what he could mean for Nebraska and a ton of noise around Matt Rule and all that. If he does end up flipping, there's going to be a parade in the street, and there should be in Lincoln if that happens. So extremely talented. I just want to make sure we got clear on the fact that, yes, he's super talented. Yes, he's got elite arm talent, but he's still a freshman. So Kyle McCord now, the proven commodity, sounds like he's going somewhere else. Dylan Raiola got a lot of eggs in that basket. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.